There is an obvious disparity in the athleticism, in the size, more than anything else, of this Georgia team compared to their opponents in Clayton State. But in terms of Division II opponents, the Bulldogs draw one of the toughest in the country. Clayton State made a run to the Elite Eight of last year's Division II playoffs. They are a perennial powerhouse out of the Peach Belt Conference, and they are ranked number 13 in the preseason Division II polls. So in terms of Division II teams, Clayton State is just about as good as it gets. They are just down the road from Athens in Morrow, Georgia. About an hour, hour and a half drive down Route 441 headed south. And they get a chance today to take on a perennial powerhouse in Division I basketball, the Georgia Lady Bulldogs. Here are your starters. First, for the Bulldogs, wearing white, Ashley Houts, number 1, the senior guard. Number 11, a sophomore guard from Midfield, Alabama, Meredith Mitchell. Number 15, junior guard from London, Ontario, Jaleesa Roden. Number 21, a junior forward from Stone Mountain, Georgia, Portia Phillips. And rounding out the Bulldogs order, number 33, a senior forward from Marietta, Georgia, Angel Robinson. For Clayton State, number 3, a junior guard from Fort Peters, Florida, Genesis Kelly. Number 11, a sophomore forward from Rome, Georgia, is Tanisha Woodard. Number 24, a junior center from Hawthorne, Florida, Brianna Fort. Number 25, a senior forward from Lake Wales, Florida, Ladisha Stoudemire. And number 34, Tassimia Tillman, a junior wing player from High Point, North Carolina. First tip didn't go off as planned. We'll try it again here. Angel Robinson will do the honors for Georgia. Again, the Bulldogs are in white with red trim, and Clayton State in orange with white and blue trim. Second tip, here we go. Robinson wins it easily to Houts, and we are underway in the 2009-2010 campaign. The Bulldogs officially kick off next Sunday against Oklahoma, off to a quick start here, quick 2 points for the Dogs on their opening possession. And that'll be the formula for Georgia this year, getting it to Robinson inside for 2. Robinson, the redshirt senior, has battled injuries, sat out the 2005-2006 season due to an injury. And they're going to count on her for some post presence inside. Of course, Georgia, in their second year without Tasha Humphrey, still looking to fill the void of one of the greatest post players ever to suit up in the red and black. Georgia on their second possession, leading 2-0 here after getting an opening stop. Roden to the near side for Houts. Defended close outside the perimeter, and a bit too close, foul called on Genesis Kelly. That's her first. Quick sub for Clayton State here, just 35 seconds into the game. Brittany Hall will check in, sophomore guard out of Smyrna, Georgia, as Kelly, who picked up that early ticky-tack foul, will come out to the bench. Inbound play for the Dogs from the near side. Roden gets it into Houts. Houts into the corner. They look inside to Robinson. One bounce up again, and Robinson has all 4 of the Dogs' points early. 4-0 Georgia. The Dogs will come out and play some press here. It's Houts and Phillips in the front court. Skip pass to the weak side. 3 put up and missed. Rebound to Roden. And Georgia keeping Clayton State off the board. Houts to the far side. Mitchell looking into the corner. Back to Mitchell on the wing. Top for Houts, directing traffic. This time Robinson pops all the way out. Georgia sends Mitchell into the paint. It's up a mid-range jumper, and off the rim, Clayton State gets a much-needed stop, and they'll try to get on the board here, down 4-0. Far side, this is Hall. Hall getting past Houts, drops the pass off inside, and a bucket up and under for Brianna Fort. Her first 2 points, and Clayton State on the board, cutting the Dogs' lead in half. It's 4-2. Some full court press here from Clayton State, bringing 3 into the front court. Houts take it herself, now double teamed. Has to force up the pass, nearly picked off. Roden trying to win it back for the Dogs. Lost sight of the ball, and Clayton State picks it up. They get a foul on Roden to boot. And so some full court pressure pays off for the visiting Lakers. They'll take over and have a chance to tie on this possession. 4-2 Georgia, 18-14 left in the ball game. As Brittany Hall will walk it up. Stoudemire driving in and can't get the layup to go. Rebound to Houts, and Georgia's going to push the tempo here. Houts in transition, taking it the length of the floor herself. It's knocked out of bounds cleanly no foul. Georgia will have the inbound underneath their basket. Quick second or two to call the play, and Houts will step behind the baseline to take this one. Houts goes to Mitchell. Thought about the shot, steps back outside the three. Now drops it off for Houts. Foul called on the pass. We'll see the same thing again as Houts comes to the baseline, and Clayton State gets ready to make another sub. It's going to be Latonda Bruce checking in, wearing number 5 for the Lakers, as Brittany Hall will come out. There's already 3 different players at that guard position have been cycled in just over 2 minutes. 17:56 on the first half clock. Houts into Mitchell. Mitchell outside to Phillips, wide open, and knocks down the 2. 6'2 Dogs. And again, off of the basket, they'll look to bring some full court pressure. Always been a strong defensive-minded philosophy under head coach Andy Landers, and looking to do some of the same. The key for Georgia, looking at a player, especially like Ashley Houts, who comes forward to play some of that full court defense, is how much can you push the senior? She has averaged just an unreal amount of playing time, especially over the last 2 years, averaged over 39 minutes per game in SEC play. And they're going to look to get that down to 32 or 33. Georgia looks inside to Portia Phillips, who has 4 points quickly for the Dogs, and it's 8-2 Georgia. On the other end, Clayton State with the answer. Tanisha Woodard making an 8-4 ball game. Georgia can't come up with it. Rebound to Bruce. Bruce pass to the near side for Woodard, and it's knocked away. Dogs trying to force a turnover. Robinson falls on it, gets the pass off to Phillips. Now Georgia pushing tempo effectively here. This is Jasmine James. And the putback for Meredith Mitchell. 10-4 Georgia, and a timeout taken here by Clayton State. So to get back to the point, talking about Ashley Houts, Georgia's a team that if they had their way would love to exert themselves defensively, and part of that comes through that full court press. But a player like Houts, who has been asked to do so much in terms of playing time, you can only ask her to defend so much, again, using up that energy that she has. And so what Georgia is hoping, the real story of this season is going to be this enormous freshman class, ranked as high as the number 3 recruiting class in the country by one service. And how many of those freshman players are going to be able to come up and contribute meaningful minutes so that your veterans like Houts, like Robinson, all 5 of these starters are returning players for Georgia today. Houts, Mitchell, Roden, Phillips, and Robinson. How much of a break you're going to be able to get them in game time. And again, Coach Landers looking to get Houts minutes down to 33 or 34 per game rather than the 38, 39 it's been for the last 2 years. And that'll be all the difference in the world for Ashley Houts. You want her to be able to go fresh for 34 minutes rather than running on fumes maybe for 38 or 39. Off the Clayton State timeout, Lakers will have an inbound underneath their basket. Bruce will take it, quick pass inside, looking to go back to Bruce. She'll pick it up outside the three-point line. Clayton State inside for Fort, turnaround, misses long, and the rebound to Phillips. Houts will bring it up, now looks to Phillips, near side, thought about the 3, dumps it off instead to Mitchell. Mitchell for Houts, wide open 3 off a nice screen, and Houts buries it. Georgia up by 9 at 13-4. All over the Lakers early as we approach 16 minutes remaining in the first half. Georgia's pressure working effectively, looking for the trap on Bruce on the near side. She gets the pass off. Woodard in from the far side, pass tipped, ends up in Robinson's hands. Look to dump the pass off, and the turnover proves costly. Quick 2 points for Tillman.